Today we're talking film emulation, more specifically with Dehancer in Premiere Pro. Now I am in no way, shape, or form a professional colorist, but I do dabble, and I kind of know the ins and outs. Color grading can be a very complicated process, and if you've got time for that, more power to you. But I generally like to go through the color grading process relatively quickly, just because I have a lot of client work to do. I just need to get it done. But when I can spend time on it, I will. And that's exactly why this Dehancer plugin is such a game changer. I'm gonna walk you through the exact process that I did to get this really cool black and white kind of film look that I used for this CrossFit short video that I did. And if you're wondering, I shot this on a Sony FX3 with the Blazar Mantis anamorphic lenses. Seriously, I can't believe how easy this was. Just watch. Okay, so I've got an adjustment layer here, and what I'm gonna do is go ahead and go to my effects panel, type in Dehancer, and then just put that on the adjustment layer there. Then we're going to go ahead and choose the camera. Now I shot this in S-Log3 on the Sony FX3. So we're just gonna find that, and right off the bat you can see it already gave this pretty nice look. Just scrubbing through here to check it out, and it's honestly like pretty good. Obviously there's some issues with it, but right out the gate we're looking pretty good. One thing that's kind of nice about this plugin is you can actually control the exposure compensation, temperature compensation right within the plugin itself. So you can do that on a clip level, obviously, but it's kind of nice. Like I overexpose S-Log3 just a little bit sometimes, and so to just have it all right there within the plugin is really nice because it's not going to destroy your look. And then I'm just going to go through and click down this film profile and kind of look around a little bit. I like several of these looks that it gives you right off the bat, but I really like this one that's kind of gives it this black and white look. It's called Role Ortho 25, and I like it a lot specifically for this video because what I was going for was kind of this grungy look, almost like a bleach bypass look, but like you see on Sherlock Holmes, but less color in it even than that. So to get there, it got like, was really easy. Then I'm just gonna go mess with the bloom, and you can see, you can check this button that says mask mode, and you can actually see how much bloom is coming through. You can customize any of these profiles, any of these settings, and then you can even save it as a preset. The mask mode is super helpful because if you go through the different profiles, you can actually see what's being affected. So what highlights are being affected, really. Same thing with the halation. It's not going to show up on every clip because this really takes like the high highlights and just kind of blooms them a little bit. I actually like that it takes the text and it blooms that a little bit too, but it might be too much. The beautiful thing about this plugin is the possibilities are kind of endless. Now, once you found a look that you really like, you can actually scroll down to the bottom and hit this Export LUT button, and then save it wherever you want. So any changes I make moving forward, I can always go back to that LUT that I created, or you can save it as a preset in Premiere. I've actually gone ahead and developed a couple of different looks for this video. One that's got color on it, one that doesn't. And I don't know, like it was kind of hard to decide honestly what the final look was going to be, because this one looks so good too. Like there's a little bit of halation going on. It honestly looks like I shot it on a different camera, not on the Sony. So it's a very powerful tool in being able to manipulate your color, your look, your filmic look just the way that you want. Again, you can just go nuts with this. But I really like this too. It kind of really fringes on the edges there, and you can see that halation coming through really nicely. Might be a little too much for some people, but that's the beautiful thing about this plugin too, is you can just really push the limits as far as you want to go and get weird with it. But ultimately, I really did like this kind of black and white look that I did before. And so now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through on all of these clips and just really bump the contrast on all of them. And so I'm pulling down shadows. I'm using that S curve. I'm keeping the highlights pretty high, but not like overexposed. We're letting the bloom and the halation kind of take care of that and keeping those highlights high. But now on a clip level, I'm just really going through really quickly. And again, just adding that contrast per clip. Another thing I did here, because I didn't like how the windows and the text was kind of getting blended together. So I just went ahead and added a shadow, and that didn't really work as much as I wanted it to. So I added an adjustment layer and just masked out a shadow. Basically, just add a lumetri color effect to it. This is a trick I use all the time. So I just add a lumetri color effect, and then I mask out that adjustment layer basically, so it sits behind the text. It helps the image blend together a lot easier. Thank you so much for watching today. I really hope that you learned something new and that you can have another tool to use in your editing workflow. Seriously, Dehancer is so easy to use, and it's such a sweet thing that I actually am editing a feature film right now, and I just might use it to put that little film magic on my feature film, which is pretty cool. Lastly, if you're looking to purchase Dehancer, you can use the code BIZNIX to get 10% off. Thanks for watching again, and please subscribe for more editing videos like this one.